Hey, what's up guys? I just want to give an update on my hydro garden. It's been about 5 weeks, and if you look at my last video you can see how that was coming along, and this is where I am now. So yeah, I've been really happy with the progress. It's growing like crazy. So I have run across some challenges. I guess the first thing would be that my pepper plants aren't growing much, although this one is. Those I had trouble growing from seed. So I bought the plants from Home Depot. I washed the soil out. I've heard some people say you can do that, some you can't. This lettuce, believe it or not, is growing well. I just cut it, as you can see here. But I'm getting some aphids and whatever else this is on here growing. So it's been eating a lot of my lettuce, as you can see here, and my kale. Starting my kale. I cut off all the leaves. So I bought this stuff. I'll put a link in here. It's like this organic insect control. So I just tried spraying that today. So we'll see how that works out. Other than that, I've gotten a bunch of cucumbers, getting a lot of lettuce. Spinach is doing well. I got some squash growing over here. Starting a new kale plant here that I just sprayed. I have a seed tray I'll show you in a second that I've been growing extra seeds on. So I can swap them out for things that aren't doing so great. Like here's a new guy right here. Yeah, if I did it again, I'd probably grow less kale and stuff, unless of course this solves the problem. The tomatoes are growing. I got some cherry tomatoes. There are things in here that weren't recommended to plant in a hydro garden, one of which was tomatoes. And I didn't see cucumbers or squash mentioned. I've already taken a couple cucumbers off here, but you can see a guy growing over here. So yeah, it's doing pretty well. I'll show you the seeds over here. So this is my seed tray. You can see I'm germinating a bunch of stuff. I pulled out some stuff that wasn't doing well. Again, it was getting eaten, but I got backup seeds in here. Since lettuce was doing well, I've planted a lot of lettuce. I'll show you in the basement. So I've been a little lazy and I haven't been changing the water. I also didn't want to waste all the fertilizer because I got I think it's like 30 gallons in there, and I didn't want to waste it. So I've been not emptying the water as much, but it's starting to get a little funky smell and a little dirty, so I might do it after this next change. I also started using different chemicals. I'll show you the chemicals I was using. So I was initially using this stuff. It was like 20 bucks for 2 of them. But then I got this other stuff, and I'll put all these in the links in the description so you can buy them if you're interested. But I've been getting this stuff. Sorry, that's the hydrogen peroxide. I've still been using that, a 3% mix. That's supposed to keep down some of the growth and keep some of the oxygen in the water. I also got this stuff. It's like base A, and then there's a base B, which is the same thing, but I guess they can't be stored together, so you mix them when you make it. Per the instructions, I wrote here that it's 6 to 7 milliliters per gallon when it's vegetating, and increased to 8 to 9 to bloom. I don't know if I want my stuff to bloom, so I've been doing this 6 to 7 ratio, and that's of each one here. And that ends up being on here, I don't know if you can see this, but this is 10 milliliters. So I end up doing like 6 of these full, and then for each one. It's a little dark over here. I'll turn this light. But yeah, I got my tank in here. It's aerating pretty well from just the water falling down in here. But it is getting a little funky inside the tube and stuff up here. So I might clean the water soon. The other thing I started doing is I hooked up this hose, and I was filling it with a 5-gallon bucket. So I was doing 5 gallons at a time. That's why I was doing that ratio. But it was a pain in the ass filling up the 5-gallon bucket. And so what I did is I got the flow rates. I figured out that with this hose turned on in exactly 1 minute is 5 gallons of water. So I guess a flow rate of 5 gallons per minute. So I know that I just turn this on, I set a timer, I fill it for 5 minutes, and then I put in these. So that's working pretty well for me. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. Like this video and follow my channel if you're interested, and I'll keep trying to post some more content. I'll catch you guys next time.